Part 1. Kevin. When my dad turned 50, he finally got the pet he'd always dreamed of, an African grey parrot he named Kevin. My dad had loved parrots all his life, so after retirement, Kevin became his best friend. Dad didn't just teach Kevin words, he taught him meanings. Kevin could say, hello, what's up, food, thank you, and more, and actually use them appropriately. When my dad passed away at 70, my siblings and I had to decide what to do with Kevin. Neither of them wanted the responsibility, and their spouses weren't keen on having a noisy bird around. I couldn't bear to give Kevin away. He was more than a pet. He was a part of my dad. So Kevin came to live with me. His cage sits in the den, which is the lowest level of my house. He's a chatterbox during the day, but quiets down at night. When he gets too noisy, I throw a blanket over his cage, but it's like an off switch. But one night in December, around 11 p.m., something changed. I was in bed when I heard Kevin squawking. Not normal. I sleep with my door open since I live alone, and I could tell something was off. I went downstairs. Kevin was on the lower perch, wide awake, bobbing up and down like he was dancing, muttering, hello, what's up? His name. Over and over. I tried feeding him. Nothing. Covered the cage. Didn't help. The noises kept going. Then I heard a faint sound from the pantry closet near his cage. I froze, reached for the light switch outside the pantry door, and when I flicked it on, I saw the outline of a man inside. Fight or flight kicked in. I chose fight. I flung open the door, yanked the man out, and wrestled him to the floor. He was filthy, reeking, in his 50s, probably homeless. He clawed at my face, but I held him down, punched him, kept him pinned while Kevin screamed like crazy in the background. I called 911. The man had no ID, no belongings. He had raided my pantry. Jars of peanut butter open, boxes of crackers half eaten. If it weren't for Kevin, I don't know what would have happened. To this day, I believe a piece of my dad lives on in that bird. Kevin didn't just save me, he warned me. Part 2. Quinny. Back in high school, I was your typical overachiever. Honors classes, varsity swim, no social life. My parents had just split. My older brother was off at college, and it was just me and my little brother, Reese. We were close in age, competitive, and not getting along at the time. One cold winter night, after practice, I came home to an empty house. I figured Dad was out taking Reese to his swim club. I grabbed a handful of Cheez-Its and went to the basement, my office. It was the only finished room down there, left over from when Dad used to work from home. I had an essay to write, something about the picture of Dorian Gray. I'd been typing for about an hour when I heard it. Quinny, come up. It was Reese's voice. I yelled back, I'm working. What do you need? No response. Then, a minute later, same thing. Quinny, come up. But I hadn't heard him come home. No door, no footsteps, no backpack or shoes by the door upstairs. I called out again. Nothing. Out of caution, I headed upstairs, calling his name. The main floor was empty, no lights on. I stood at the base of the staircase to the second floor, unsure. Then I heard it again, this time calm, not sing-song. Quinny, come up! Every hair on my body stood on end. I was about to climb the stairs when I heard the garage door open. Dad's car. He and Reese walked in. I collapsed to the floor in shock. Something had been calling me in my brother's voice. Part 3. The resort. This one's older. Happened when I was maybe 13 or 14. With my best friend Jackson. We found this old abandoned family resort off Route 209 in New York. A whole property with little bungalows, an indoor pool house, bathrooms, a playground, overgrown and falling apart. We discovered it by accident during the day, but decided to go back one night. We brought flashlights and walkie-talkies. First half of the exploration was normal. Most of the bungalows were small. Bed, bathroom, tiny kitchen. Then we split up. I tried the main building. All locked. I walkie-talkied Jackson. No answer. Figured I was out of range. I came across a bathroom building. Doorless, empty, creepy. One for men, one for women. Inside the women's side, I saw red marks on the floor. Not blood, I told myself. Maybe rust, paint, anything. I tried calling Jackson on the walkie again. Yo, where are you? A beep answered me from inside the bathroom. I called his name. No answer. Then I heard his voice from behind me, outside, in the dark. I found your walkie-talkie. He was walking toward me. I froze. Someone, or something, was in the bathroom. I turned to go inside, and Jackson said, "Don't go in there." I never went in there. I bolted. Jackson told me that, in one of the bungalows, he tried calling me on his walkie, but we were out of range. Then he heard something inside. I turned, and a woman ran at him. Older, crazy looking. He dropped everything and ran. Whoever she was, she picked up his walkie, and somehow, she was waiting in the bathroom. We still don't know what those red marks were, and we never went back.